Hi y'all, it's Jen here. I'm here to bring you the tip of the week. This week, it's about emotional abuse. And so I'm going to provide some tips and some resources that might help you in regards to talking to a texter who's going through this. Emotional abuse can be challenging because oftentimes our texters are feeling hopeless. They don't understand what's going on. And so the many different factors of emotional abuse could be domestic violence, where there's a partner who's controlling and really berating and knocking down that person's self-esteem. But it's also someone who may be in the home and their parents are literally telling them that they're no good, and there's all this emotional abuse there. And so our goal is to really build them back up. In regards of empowering them, the best thing we can do is strength IDs. Remember, our top 3 are proud, strong, and brave. And these are all really important when talking with someone with emotional abuse, because they're probably not hearing these strength IDs. They're probably not feeling these things. And so letting them know that it's not their fault, that they are strong in this situation, that they're survivors in this situation, those are really important to help build that person's confidence back up. Another huge factor when talking with someone who's going through emotional abuse is validation. Validating their feelings, letting them know that we hear them, letting them know that we're there, that we want to know more. We want them to share with us, and validating those feelings with them can really make them feel in control, which is something they probably don't have at home. Something to keep in mind when you're talking with a texter who may be under the age of 18 is we may have to do a mandatory report if they are experiencing emotional abuse. Remember, for mandatory reports, it's physical, it's sexual, and it's emotional abuse. So they may be being berated or have some sort of emotional abandonment from their guardian, and that may require a mandatory report. If they've identified that there is emotional abuse in the home, then you use our amazing tip sheet in our toolbox, the mandatory reporting one. You follow the tips, you follow the dance metaphor to really see if they want to make a report. And if so, that's when you talk to your supervisor and they will get the report set up and taken care of. I found some referrals on the platform under our referral tab that I think might be helpful for talking with someone in an emotional abuse. First one I'll share is The Art of Self-Love. That one's in the depression category. Next is Love is Respect, and that one's in the relationship category. And last is You Feel Like Shit, and that one's in our general category. But I'm going to go over a little bit about them and why I think that they'll help. The Art of Self-Love is a resource in our referrals. And what's really great about it is all about the emotions and understanding your emotions. And it has some great exercises to help the texter go through and know about what self-care really is. Love is Respect is another great website to really understand what emotional abuse is. So offering this to the texter can help provide them with information of what it looks like to be in a relationship that may be emotionally abusive. So it gives them a lot of great guidelines and understanding about it. The last resource is You Feel Like Shit. It's a self-care web game that gives you some guided questions to see if you're really taking care of yourself. Texters in an emotional abuse situation often forget about themselves. And so this is a great way for them to remind them that they are important and they need to take care of themselves in this situation, which is super important. There you have it. Some resources and tips on how to help someone who is going through emotional abuse. Remember, those 3 websites are really helpful. Validation and Strength ID are really key. So hopefully you learned a little something here. If you have any questions, always reach out to your coach or supervisor. We're always here to help. Utilize your community and our network, but we're all a team and we're all here to support each other. So have a great day and looking forward to seeing you on the platform. Ciao.